son, sit next to me. And the Egyptian sat over there, and his brother sat over here, and he touched his goblet and said, Yehuda, you sit here, Reuben, you sit here. And they were all like, wow, how does he know how old we are? And he sat Binyamin next to him, and he brought wine to his brothers, the Midrash says, and his brothers said, oh, we haven't drunk wine since we lost our brother. He says, he forced them a little bit, and they started, because drinking wine is to open up the unconscious. That's his whole purpose as a master psychologist, as Yosef, was to get them to open up, because they've been living a lie for 22 years. They lied to their father, they lied to themselves. It's a little deep story of Yosef. Anyway, Binyamin's sitting next to him. He says, Binyamin, I hear that you people are wise. He says, oh yes, my father is very wise, and he taught me, after my brother was lost, he taught me much wisdom. He says, well, listen, I want to see if you're really wise. And he takes him to this private room that he has. And in the Parsha, there are 3 times that it says that Yosef goes into a room and cries, wipes his face, and comes out and keeps up the facade. But he takes Binyamin to this room, and he says, I have here what the Midrash calls a Mishtar Kochavim. Mishtar Kochavim could mean a map of the stars. And it's weird, because the Midrash says, you look at this thing here, and I heard that you have your brother is lost, and if you want to find him, you can find him by looking into here. Wow. If you're wise, you'll know what to do. And so the Midrash says, I have the text in my bag. He does calculations, and all of a sudden he sees the earth. And then he does more calculations. It doesn't say he touches it, but he does more calculations, and he sees Egypt. He does more calculations, and he sees the city where he is.
Google Earth.
He sees the palace where he is, and he sees the room where he is, and he's all of a sudden struck. And Yosef, sitting next to him, says, yes, my son, what do you see? He says, I see my brother sitting next to me. And they hug each other, and they cry together. Awesome. So, it's like only the secondary part of the story is this little thing. You're like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? There's no technology like that. Psychic technology. It's that you compute in your mind, and you'll see in the screen, right? We know by Abimelech, when he looked into he didn't look through a chalon, which is a window. He looked into a ball, a crystal. And he saw that Yitzhak and Rivka were having relations with each other. And then he knew that they were man and wife. So there is such a thing called psychic technology in the old days. And so technology is now becoming psychic technology. And so that's a sign that things are coming again full circle. I ask you to forgive me because it takes me a while to put out these one little idea, but it's just a little idea. It's part of a big part of a bunch of other ideas. So whether it's worth it, was it worth it to go through all that just for that one thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope so. How did I get